Good morning. US markets were up 1% yesterday. Asian markets are up between half to 1%. The positive global undertone was led by TSMC, that is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, which is the world's largest semiconductor company, whose stock rallied by 5% in Taiwan and 10% in US. The company guided that in 2024 it will grow its revenue by more than 20%. And even in quarter one itself, the growth momentum is strong for the company. So this fueled a global rally in the tech stocks in US and Asia. Uh, uh, in US, consensus expectation of a rate cut uh, in the month of March has been reduced from 70% probability to 55%. It was 70% last week. Currently, it is at 55. As the economy continues to remain resilient, Fed will have to mainly depend on inflation trajectory in order to decide on future rate cuts. I will now invite the technical team to take the call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Jihan. Good morning, all of you. See, yesterday we saw that Nifty managed to sustain above the 21,460 level, and we expect today's open a positive note and remain a range bound during the day. Yesterday we saw that Nifty almost touched 21,300 and 270 level at downside, and then bounce back in the second half to expect this bounce back, this range bounce back today also continue towards 21,570 first immediate intraday resistance. Above that, we expect further rally. Otherwise, Nifty facing the upside immediate resistance around 21,570, 21,600. So this bounce back rally towards 21,600 is a major resistance facing, and if Nifty manage to sustain this level, 1 to 2 trading session, then we expect further rally towards 21,680s, 21,750 and upside. Downside again, important support place around 21,370. Below 21,370 closing is a weak closing. If Nifty close this weekly close below 21,370 today's session, and then we expect further sell off towards 21,270 and down 21,000. So today's closing is more important. If Nifty break 21,570, then we expect further rally. Otherwise, trading with range 21,570 and downside 21,370, this 200 point. Bank Nifty also trading yesterday we saw that last half an hour a little bit bounce back. Intraday first resistance play face around 46,300 level. If Bank Nifty close and break this level, then we have further rally towards 46 700 and 47 and upside. First support place around 530. Below that, 45 180 and then 44 700. Next support for Bank Nifty. Fin Nifty also managed to sustain the 20,400 and yesterday close above that level. Next intraday, first immediate resistance place around 20,590 and 20,760. And first intraday support place around 20,260 at downside. So overall, today we expect some positive open on all three index, but we closely watch if this rally, this bounce back to be break important resistance level and close above weekly, then we expect further positive. Otherwise, trading within that range. Stock specific, Apollo Tire looks positive. Yesterday we saw that in Apollo Tire in positive momentum, and we expect this momentum to be continued today's session also. Upside 520, 530 next immediate target, and support place around downside 490 to 490. If managed to sustain 503 again, then we expect further rally. Loris Lab also looks positive. We saw that yesterday session that little bit bounce back in lower level in 400 and again managed to sustain above 450. We expect some positive momentum in Loris Lab also. That's it for technical derivative. I think.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. So, on the derivatives front, as we have witnessed yesterday, that the level which I mentioned yesterday for the supportive zone was Nifty was at 21,300 to 200, where we might see the major support from that level. We will see again next leg of selling pressure. But from 21,300 level, we will see almost a pullback of around 200 to 250 points on the upper end. So, this was a positive note because in that rally we have seen that the participation was not only from the index front but in that pullback rally there was a strong buying from the mid cap small cap front also that it seems to be on the positive note which we will see the participation will be continued in today's trading session also. Now if you look at the overall wide data, the position which is getting created right now for the next week of trading session for the Gen series expiry, it is completely like from 21,700 to 800 would be the resistance zone for the Nifty, where we are seeing the quarter positions are holding strongly. So 21,700 to 800 will be closely watched. Once Nifty managed to get clear about that range, then we will see fresh buying again initiated in the market, which will take Nifty towards 22,100 level on the upper end, while under the supportive zone 21,300 will act as important near support zone. Once if it gets broken, then we will see again the selling pressure will be witnessed in the market. But in today's trading session, we expect the momentum to be on the positive front in the first half of trading session, while we are seeing that the India VIX also decreased yesterday by 6%. As I said yesterday, that if India VIX goes about 16.5 level and if it manages to get closing about that level, then we will see some cautious momentum in the market, but India VIX came down sharply from 15.5 levels towards the 14 levels. So this is a positive note. While PCR yesterday closed at 0.95 level. Now the resistance for the PCR placed at is at 1.08 level. Once if in today's trading session Nifty in the first half manages to take a PCR above 1.08 level, then we will see the buying opportunity will be witnessed in the second half also. So overall data point seems to be on the positive note and the pullback stream will be continued in today's trading session. So that's it from the front. Thank you.
On the result side, IndusInd Bank result is in line with expectation. Net interest margin was stable, which is heartening. P&L performance was marred by elevated cost to income, sluggish deposit growth, and increase in slippages. Slippages came at 2.2% against last quarter company had guided for 1.7%. So that was a negative. On credit to deposit ratio, there has been a lot of debate in the market that RBI has nudged banks to bring this ratio to lower levels. But IndusInd clarified that there is no such pressure on the bank and CD ratio will be maintained in the 85 to 90% range. Credit cost is expected to remain in the 1.1 to 1.3% range. ROA has stabilized at 1.9% now for several quarters. Outlook is neutral in the near term, mainly because of higher slippages, but positive from long-term perspective. 360 ONE Wealth or IIFL Wealth Management result is in line with expectation. Recurring revenue AUM grew by 9% sequentially, 33% year on year. However, profits grew by just 3% sequentially. So the yields have come down. So we are neutral from near-term perspective, but positive in long term. Poonawalla Fincorp result is in line with expectation. Loan book grew by 8% sequentially, 57% year on year. Credit cost remained negative. Net NPA was also stable at 0.7%. Only disappointment marginally was on the net interest margin, with slightly declined. However, we remain positive on Poonawalla Fincorp. Home First Finance result is in line with expectation. Loan book grew by 8% sequentially, 34% year on year. Profits also grew by 6% sequentially, 34% year on year. Asset quality was stable with GNP at 1.7 and net NPA at 1.2. we are positive on Home First Finance. Thank you.
Good morning. Acelia Solution posted okay set of numbers for the quarter with revenue coming in at 124 crores, which is a dip of negative 2.1% QOQ, and it is up by 11.2% year on year. EBITDA margin also dipped and came in at 36.8% versus QOQ of 38.1%. Stock is trading at 23.9 times TTM EPS. Thank you.
Good morning. Metro Brands Limited posted results below expectations. It has achieved a highest ever quarterly sales of rupees 636 crore during the quarter and 6% YOY growth, which was achieved on a high base of Q3 FY23. EBITDA margin reported at 31.3% versus the expectation of 32.5%. Also, it has opened 31 new stores during the quarter. So total stores opened this year is at 87, and it aims to achieve its target of 100 stores by FY24. The stock is trading at a PE of 63 times to FY25 EPS and will provide the outlook post today's con call. Also, Polycab India Limited posted results marginally below expectations. Revenue reported at 4,341 crore, which grew by 16.8% on a YY basis. This is on the back of strong volume growth in wires and cables business. Domestic business of distribution and institutional business reported healthy performance, and international business contributed 6.2% of the consolidated revenue. It has registered degrowth of 15% in FMEG segment. This is due to weak consumer demand. EBITDA margin reported at 13.1% versus the expectation of 13.9%. And the stock is trading at a PE of 34 times to FY25 EPS. And we have seen the stock has been falling off late due to the reports of income tax rates. So we will provide further insights on the stock post today's con call. Supreme Petrochem Limited result has declined. Revenue was flat on a YY basis at rupees 1,188 crore. Styrene monomer prices were range bound during the quarter. The performance was impacted largely due to Chennai EPS plant, which was shut due to cyclone. This was for 15 days, and now I think on December 20, it has started its operations. Also, missile attack by Yemen's Houthi rebels on commercial ships, which started in late November, has impacted the exports to USA, Europe, including Turkey. EBITDA margin reported at 8% versus 8.3% in the last quarter and 10.1% in the last year. The stock is trading at a PE of 27 times TTM EPS. Thank you.
Commodities team can take over.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ian. Good morning, everyone. So we had seen yesterday prices recovering from the lows and closing above the support area in gold at 61,700. So pullback further till 62,000 is expected. So buying around 61,800 to 700 and maintaining a stop loss of 61,500 is recommended. In silver also, prices are sustaining 71,200, 71,000 mark. So one can buy with a stop loss of 71,000, and on upside again 72,200, 72,300 is the target we are aiming for and recommending to book profits. Crude oil also we are expecting 60-50, 60-200 on upside. So buying on dips is recommended. One can buy around 6100 and maintain a stop loss of 6050. Natural gas prices are at the support zone of 225, 220. So a pullback till 240 is expected. So buying on dips with a stop loss of 220 is recommended. In copper, prices are expected to test 716 to 18. So buying with a stop loss of 710 is recommended. And in zinc also, we are expecting the prices to test 222 on upside. So buying with stop loss of 218 is recommended. That's it from me. I'll ask Utkarsh to take the call forward.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. Today's trading session in USD we are expecting sideways momentum within a range of 83.26 on the higher side and 83.05 on the lower. So one can initiate a short positions around 83.20 to 83.23 levels with a strict stop loss of 83.31 for the target of 83.09 levels. And on the lower side, one can initiate a long positions around 83.09 to 83.07 levels with a stop loss of 83.02 for the target of 83.16 levels. And GBP INR, one can initiate a long positions in the range of 105.60 to 105.58 levels with a stop loss of 105.37 for the target of 105.97 levels. In Euro INR, if rises breaks the level of 90.71, so one can initiate a long positions with a stop loss of 90.55 for the target of 91.07 levels. Thank you.